Okay, so let's take a look at how to do the sales report tracker in Appsheet. So if we go to Appsheet, here I have blank database, so I'll have to create new. So click on this create new database. So you get like option to create it from table, and you can see this is my default table which I have to close. Now currently no tables, so I will have to add one. Right now here what I can do is I will have to add the columns. Right, so let me rename the table. Let's type in name as cells, and then here you see bunch of columns already created, so I will just delete them. Right, so this is the primary one, so not deleted, so I just have to edit this. So first thing is making a choice for your product, right? So it should be something like product and then enum. You can have drop down for enum, and as you can see I will have to add the value like product one. So say then testing, then app development, and so on. Right, so these are some of the values. If you want to show this as one of the list item, you can also show the same. Right, so here I'll be using it as a drop down. Right, so I will just close this and restart with the new values. Then let's see. Right, these are some of the values. Now if I just save this, okay, is the label of column of the table. Its type defined cannot be changed until another column selected to be label. Right, so the thing is we will have to first create another one. So here let's say I discard this and create a new table here and put it as label. Right, so here I will just add customer as one of the enum value, then drop down add value as customer 1, customer 2, and so on. So why did I do this? Because we don't have that in first column, right? So let me save this. So we have this. I can make this. Okay, so edit column. Here you can see we have set it as label here, which we can unfreeze or unlock hopefully, but currently it stays as is. Right, so I will just use this for, let's see, the default text, which is going to be product. So we will manually have to use it. Right, so hopefully it allows me to use other values. Right, so let's see if it takes one, product 1, product 2. If it still doesn't take it, we will keep it back to text. Okay, so label column, right? So we'll just have to keep it text. Now let's see if it accepts. Okay, so it accepts that. So product, customer, and then we have quarterly values and sales. Right, so there should be quarter 1 option. Right, so this is again have to be a number. So the number of sales, quarter 2, right, and then finally quarter 3. So we'll do that here, and then finally total. So total should contain your formula. So let's see if we can use that. Right, so here we'll have to find a way to do that. So here you can also add that column later once you choose to show this as a view of total. So we will get that, right? This has to be a number. Can always update the columns view. So this is products. So let's see, I choose it as some product associated with customer number 2, then quarterly it adds 15 churn, then 12, and then 20, and this is where we will add the formula later, right? So basically you choose to update this within the view of your app, right? So I will just name this sales db, let it save, and once saved what we can do is go back here. Let's refresh this. It should show us the database now, right? Now I can go back and create app from existing data. Here I will use sales report or sales report tracker, right? Can keep category as sales, then go to the database. Here you can just keep one of the tables that we just created. Now this should let us go into the app views where we get to update the formula as well, right? If you want to have any initial value you can do so. So if I go to views, if you want list based view or tabular view you can choose the table like this, right? And now let's see if I want to specifically edit any data. So here you see the total, which is going to be formula, where you can see that it has to be, you can see total, how you wish to use that. You can explore the data existingly. You can choose quarter 1, 2, 3, right? So you can just do the addition, right? And we are going to use this equals to symbol here. Column 2 is used in select. Okay, so everything looks good. Now if I save this and then save it here again, now we'll have to go and check the test of view. Most likely you will find that it has usually 4 quarters. We just added 3 just to save time. So if you are doing this in a serious project, do check this 4th column to be quarter 4, and then you are good to go. And now let's see if this doesn't work. We can always try, let's see, some function within which we can add list, and inside this list I can just add these 3 columns, quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, and that should hopefully gets compiled and able to find quarter 1, right? So just use that now, right? So everything looks good now. Hopefully can test it out, and as you can see expression result looks reasonable. So let's do this. So this would be 32 and 50, so that would be 47. So that is the right value. I will save this and then I will go back to save here again. Now we'll just have to present it properly, right? So if I save this entire report and open it in a new tab, here you can see within Appsheet you have all the values here. I'll just go here, and as you can see, it doesn't show the output for total or even let you edit it, right? So what I will do is I will just use the data option here, and total, as you can see, it doesn't show up. Editable, I don't want to edit it, but show, yes. And then initial value, we are ignoring that. Display total, so I will just remove this as well, right? So we'll just save it as is, and then search scan NFC, right? So let's save this, then come back here, open it again in a new tab, right? So this way you would be able to see. Now let's see, still it doesn't appear. So if I edit it, you'll notice that the total is already 47. So up to this part they are showing it correctly, right? So total 21 here, and then 10, and as you can see, for new product the total appears at the bottom, and you can see this, right? And as you can see, the total also appears here. So if I like delete this particular entry, and for new one it appears. So if I again add new something, let's say software, and then if I choose customer, then see 10 4 16, or simply this much would suffice, right? If I save this, again everything appears. So the previous change was that the earlier entry that we added within this particular row didn't accept your formula, right? So we had to cut that, and with new data it's starting to accept and show the total.